So, video 9 of chapter 9, inventory management. We're going to get into a very, very cool part of this topic, which is what are the methods to calculate our replenishment system, basically telling the companies when to buy and how much to buy it, right? Very, very important topic. Again, a lot of companies struggle keeping their inventory based on fluctuation and demand. If you are watching the news, which I will assume you are, you listened a lot of talks about inventory, supply chain, moving things around, how much to keep, and how to have the right part in the right place, right? So, two methods that we're going to talk about. The first one is called a continuous review system, or a Q system. And the second one is called a periodic review system, or a P system. Okay, and there's different things to calculate depending what method it is, and I'm going to explain each one and when to use it. Okay. So method one, continuous review system, basically you're always looking at your inventory level, and whenever it hits a certain point on hand and that inventory, you're going to place an order. So imagine that, again, you guys are learning how to best manage your inventory in your houses nowadays, right? We want to have food. We want to go as less as often to the grocery store, and you have to look at all your inventories. And then you may say, okay, when I get to 4 rolls of toilet paper, and again, this guy's talking about toilet paper, but toilet paper, it's a lot more important than we thought it was, right? So it has a lot of value nowadays. So you want to have, let's say, at least 4 rolls of toilet paper. When you get to 4, you want to purchase, or you want to try to buy something, and maybe it'll take a couple of days to find toilet paper. So that's what we're going to call the reorder point. Okay, and we can set a rule, say, okay, every time that it gets to 4, I'm going to buy 24 rolls of toilet paper, and that'll be my Q. Okay, so this system, if we kind of choose to operate like that, is a continuous review system. We're always looking at inventory, and when it gets to 4, which is a reorder point, we're going to buy Q, which is 24, which is always going to be a fixed quantity. Okay, so we can maybe buy twice, once every 15 days. We can buy once a month. Depends on how much we use of that toilet paper, and that's one way to do that. So let's take a look at this chart. Show on-hand inventory. So let's say that you're buying 24, so have 24 here. Every time you buy it, you're consuming 1 per day. When it gets to 4, you're going to place your order, right? So that's what we kind of decided as our reorder point. And then let's say it takes 4 days to actually find a toilet paper in your city. You went to Walmart, they have long lines, no toilet paper. You went to Kroger, Publix, whatever. It took 4 days, right? And then you got your 24, so go back up, and that's the height here. It will be Q, which is your 24 rolls, we decided. And then you consume until you reach 4 again, and so forth, so on, until this madness, crazy situation ended, and still need toilet paper after all. So this is what you call the lead time. That's how long it takes for when you decide to buy something and to actually receive the product on inventory. And here we have when the order is placed, right? So the order is placed when inventory reaches a given level, which is the reorder point. So what we need to calculate, we learned how to calculate Q. That's basically using our EOQ formula. We need to learn how to calculate R. What is that point that I need to purchase the item? Okay? But things are not that linear, that clean, and then beautiful as the other chart. Now we have all these kind of weird things that are happening, right? And I know you guys are thinking, oh, I'm looking to exponential charts all the time, and now this guy is going to show me other charts, but hang into that, okay? Hang in a little bit. This is a different one. You see that's kind of weird things happening there? What's going on? Well, our demand is not linear. We don't need 1 toilet paper every day. Sometimes we use a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a lot more, sometimes a lot less. So a lot less. There is a variation on demand that occur. And because of that variation, I don't need only to have 4 because my lead time is 4 days. My consumption rate is 1 per day, so need to have 4 in the reorder point, right? But then, which is D times L, demand times the lead times, just the simple math that we did. I need to add safety stock. Safety stock will cover me from that variation on demand. Okay, and for us, it's only going to cover for variation in demand. Other models and other math and other formulas can cover for variation on lead time. We're only going to look at variation on demand.